Native Americans called the river the Housatonic, the place beyond the hills. The river originates amidst the foothills of the Berkshires in Massachusetts. It flows south, crossing the Connecticut border, and follows a course through some of the most scenic countryside in the state. There is energy in the river's rushing, tumbling water, energy that the people of New England can use. That energy is harnessed by a series of 5 hydroelectric plants operated by the Connecticut Light and Power Company. At Falls Village, the Falls Village Station. At Kent, the Bulls Bridge Station. The Rocky River Station in New Milford. In Southbury, the Chepaug Station. And spanning the river at Monroe and Oxford, the Stevenson Dam serving the Stevenson Station. Together, these plants have the capacity to produce over 120,000 kilowatts. In northwestern Connecticut, just downstream of the Housatonic's Great Falls, is the 3-unit, 10,500 kilowatt Falls Village Station, built in 1914. Efforts to harness the energy of the Great Falls date back to pre-revolutionary days. The story of this effort is told along the 2 walking trails located near the station and the dam. As you follow the river south, you're likely to have plenty of company along the way, as canoeists, kayakers, and fishermen are a common sight. Eventually, you'll come to the canal that serves the Bulls Bridge Station in Kent. The 2-mile canal, its bed cut out of solid rock, diverts water from the river to the station. The water passes through a series of gatehouses into large pipes called penstocks, and then into the plant's 6 turbines. Releasing its energy as it turns the turbines in the station, the water produces 8,200 kilowatts of electricity. Bulls Bridge, built in 1904, is the oldest operating hydroelectric power station in Connecticut. The churning, whirling water exits the Bulls Bridge turbines and rushes downstream toward the Rocky River Station in New Milford. Rocky River, the first of its kind built in this country, is a pumped storage station. A pumped storage station differs from conventional hydroelectric facilities in that water can flow through the station in either of 2 directions, and electricity would be either consumed when pumping or produced when generating. When pumping, water from the river is pushed through the Rocky River penstock, up 230 feet to the 8-square-mile upper reservoir, which is called Candlewood Lake. It's the largest lake in Connecticut and offers a variety of recreational opportunities, including swimming, fishing, boating, water skiing, scuba diving, and skating. Remember, all this stored water is potential energy. When that energy is needed, water from the lake is released into the penstock to flow down through the turbine generators. The plant has the capacity to produce 31,000 kilowatts from the 1 generator and 2 pumps, if these pumps are run in reverse as generators. Downstream of Rocky River is the Chepaug Dam, which creates Lake Lilanona. Lake Lilanona is the reservoir for the Chepaug Station in Southbury, which has the capacity to produce 43,000 kilowatts of electricity from 1 unit. Built in 1955, it is the largest hydroelectric plant in Connecticut. An often unseen public benefit from Rocky River and Chepaug is that the land around most of these lakes, although owned by CL&P, is made accessible to the abutting neighbors. These neighbors are often allowed to build simple docks and seawalls, with the requirement being that they get CL&P's permission before beginning work. Further south, in Monroe, is the 28,000 kilowatt 4-unit Stevenson hydroelectric station built in 1919. The Stevenson Dam creates Lake Zor. These 5 hydroelectric plants form what has been referred to by engineers as the Housatonic hydro chain, flowing through one system after another at Falls Village, Bulls Bridge, Rocky River, Chepaug Station, Stevenson, the energy of the river is captured time after time.
Fog on, 35s, 11 o'clock. Alrighty.
Careful coordination amongst these plants is necessary to ensure the most benefits from each given water flow.
Hi, Tim.
How you doing, John?
How's it going?
Good, good.
What does it look like on the river?
Not bad. Flow's good. Got a 198.1 Silex. We have a CFS 3380.
Okay, when are we going to start Chippewa?
11 o'clock.
Okay, great.
Alrighty.
For electricity production, water flowing over a dam is wasteful because it represents unused energy. However, environmentally and recreationally speaking, this water may have value. It's a delicate balancing act that's being undertaken at the central plant, Rocky River. This plant has the instrumentation and people to monitor and dispatch for the best use of the river flows. The Rocky River Station is also designed to pump and store this excess river water in Candlewood Lake. Otherwise, high river flows in excess of station use would continue downstream and over the Chippewa and Stevenson dams without producing electric energy or providing other benefits. The stored water is eventually released when river flows are normal or low. The water turns the turbines at Rocky River and is released to the river where it flows downstream through the turbines at Chippewa and Stevenson. Thus, excess water, instead of being allowed to pour unused over the downstream dams, is stored toward the day when the river flows are low. While the Housatonic hydro chain allows the utility to make good use of some quantities of high flows, none of the dams on the river provide sufficient storage within their reservoirs to contain flood flows. The dams are meant to serve electrical generating needs, and this means the reservoirs must be kept at fairly full levels. Excess river flows are passed downriver as they occur, just as if the hydroelectric stations weren't there. Below Stevenson Dam, homes have been constructed on the floodplain, the river's overflow area, actually considered a part of the riverbed. These homes are subject to flooding when the river flow is high. As part of its operation, the Connecticut Light and Power Company has instrumentation to monitor the river flow from Massachusetts through most of Connecticut. This helps to provide early warning of the potential of flooding below Stevenson and elsewhere. As a public service, the utility notifies public officials when such a situation arises.
Hello, John. This is Joe Fraser, Shift Supervisor, Housatonic Hydro. We have issued a river statement at 22:05.
NU's flood warning system is just one example of the utility's efforts to be a good citizen of the river community. At each plant site, there are opportunities to learn about the natural environment. Here at Falls Village is one of 2 self-guided hiking trails. At the head of this trail, the visitor will find a trail guide. The theme of the Falls Village Trail is people shaping the landscape, reflecting the fact that the land had several uses. Among other things, it was the center of a thriving iron industry in the 1800s. There are many opportunities for water sports at the plant sites, such as this area near Falls Village, where canoeists travel the gentle river currents, and further downstream where fly fishing is popular. Candlewood Lake, surrounded by a popular shoreline community, has become known for its boating, swimming, and fishing. A self-guided hiking trail on the shore of this lake at Dykes Point in New Milford tells the story of changes in the lake and forest environment. For more than 30 years, the area below the Chippewa Dam has been a favored winter feeding site for American bald eagles. The rushing of the water below the dam prevents it from freezing, enabling the eagles to feed upon the fish. In recent years, the public, including many school groups, has been increasingly drawn to the area to view the eagles. There was concern that these human visitors could disturb the eagles. Working with the Connecticut Department of Environmental Protection, the Connecticut Light and Power Company erected a roofed blind 1,000 feet from the river's edge. Within the blind, telescopes for viewing the eagles are provided. The telescopes give a good view of the eagles resting in the trees or skimming the river looking for fish. Summer visitors to Chippewa can enjoy a guided nature trail that shares the story of New England's trees as it gently meanders along the river and back through the woodlands. They can also take advantage of shoreline fishing and picnicking. The eagles, the people of New England, the natural environment all benefit from this dynamic river, this Housatonic, our place beyond the hills.